Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So 14 verses are over, 4 more verses are remaining. So from verse 9 to 11, what was told was the place of rites and meditation, karma and upasana in a sadhaka's life, that both have got different results, that when they are combined, they give a different kind of result. What is called avidya and vidya. Avidya means karma and vidya means upasana. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya amritam ashnute. Through vidya, through upasana, you attain amritatva. What is that amritatva? It is of the form of devadatma bhava, oneness with the deity, oneness with the cosmic person, Purusha, Hiranyagarbha, Sutratma, everything. Second is the second part of it was Sambhuti and Asambhuti. It both deals with upasana. Two different kinds of upasanas are mentioned. One is the Asambhuti is worship of the unformed, undifferentiated Prakriti. The result of this meditation is different, and the result of the meditation on Karya Brahman, that is Karya Brahma, which is Hiranyagarbha, is different. And both have to be combined. If you combine both, then through meditation on Hiranyagarbha, you overcome Mrityu and you attain immortality through Asambhuti. Vinasha and Asambhuti. Vinasha is that which will be destroyed one day. It will last for millions and millions of years, but one day it will be destroyed. So that is Vinasha, which is the Hiranyagarbha. At Pralaya it will be destroyed. So Mrityu here means in the second part. Sambhodhim cha vinasham cha yastat vedo bhayam saha vinashena mrityum tirtva. In the case of the previous verse, avidyaya mrityum tirtva. Mrityu was of the swabhavika jnana and karma. The tendencies, the instinctual tendencies, base, we can say the base tendencies and actions. The source of that is destroyed by karma, and through meditation you get oneness with the Devata. And in the second part, Sambhodhim cha vinasham cha yastad vedo bhayam saha vinashena mrityum tirtva. To the worship of Vinasha, through the worship of Hiranyagarbha, you overcome death. What is the death there? It is told here, Anaishwaryam. Anaishwarya Rupam, that which is Adharma Kamadi Dosha Jadam, which is born out of Adharma and Kama. These things, because when these things are there, the natural powers of the mind is suppressed. The mind has got so many powers, siddhis. So these will come out when this upasana is performed properly. When you worship God or this thing, the mind is purified and the hidden powers in the mind becomes manifest. So this is what is meant by mrityum tirtva, that is adharma kamadi doshajadam anaishwaryam, that which is which is opposed to the supreme, opposed to the manifestation of powers. These are removed. So mrityu here means aneshwaryam, and which is there because of adharma and kamadi dosha. Desires etc. suppress these powers. So when these are destroyed, you overcome death in the form of aneshwarya. Then sambhutya amritamashnute. Through the worship of Prakriti Laya, you attain oneness with Prakriti and you attain mortality. So this was told here. Now in the next 4 mantras, it is almost like a devotional ending to the whole Upanishads. It starts with jnana, then that Atma, the attributes of the Atman, all attributes of the Atman are described till the 8th number verse. After that, 9, 10, 11 is the combination of karma and upasana, and 12, 13, 14 is the combination of 2 different kinds of meditation on the formless and of the formed, and how these are to be combined to get best results out of it. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now 15, 16, 17, 18 is the prayer of a person who has performed that karma and upasana with all sincerity his whole life, who has been very righteous in his actions and has been devotionally meditating on the supreme truth. So what happens to him at the time of death? So it is like a devotional conclusion to the whole, apt devotional conclusion to the whole Upanishads. So the first verse I shall read, that is the 15th verse. Hiranmayena patrena satyasya apihitam mukham tatvam pushan apabrunu satya dharmaya drishtai. Now, hiranmayena patrena, by a glittering lid. Patra is used in the sense of a covering lid. You cover something with cover a vessel with something. You hide it from others' views. That is patra. So hiranmayena, a glittering lid. The lid is so glittering that you don't want to open the lid and see what is inside. Because of the glamour of the lid, you don't want to lift it up and see something even more precious is there inside. But we have been seduced by the lid and we do not want to see what is on the other side. So hiranmayena patrena, by a glittering, by a golden, dazzling. Hiranmayam is golden colored or golden in nature. Hiranmayena patrena, by a lid, satyasya apihitam mukham. Apihitam means satyasya mukham, the face of Satya or the door of Satya is apihitam, is covered. What is Satya here? It will be told. What is Satya? Satya is here Hiranyagarbha. But it is but here there is another sense that is coming here. The sthana of the Hiranyagarbha. That is, where is this Hiranyagarbha located? It is located in the sun. Here we come to a certain theory in Vedanta, a theory of parallelism between the individual and the collective, between the microcosm, what is Swamiji calls it like that, the microcosm and the macrocosm. Or in the Shastras we say the Adhyatma and Adhideva. Whatever is there in the Adhyatma has got a counterpart in the Adhideva, in the divine. Anything, our organs are there, our eye, it has got a counterpart in the divine aspect. There is a deity that is controlling all the eyes of all the creatures. And that, for instance, eye is controlled by Artha, Surya, and ear is controlled by Vata or Pavan or wind. Wind is the deity of the ear, and Dik is the deity of the ear. Wind is the deity of touch, and sun is the deity of the eye. Varuna is the deity of taste. The twin Ashwins, they say, are twin deities. They are the deities of the nose slits. There are 2 in number. So, in short, what is there? Whatever is there in the Swamiji says the microcosm and the macrocosm are built on the same plan. So, the whatever is there in the Adhyatma has got a counterpart in the Adhideva. It is this sense has to be understood here. So, here the prayer is Yosa, it will be told Asau Purushaha, that the prayer is to that Hiranyagarbha who is seated in the solar orb, who also has a place in the right eye. In the Adhyatma aspect, that deity, that cosmic person is seated in the right eye. In the Adhideva aspect, that cosmic person is seated in the solar orb, in the sun. The sun is the physical representative of the deity. So, you can say it is a prayer to the sun or the spiritual reality behind the sun. So, this is the Hiranmayena Patrena Satya. This Satya means the truth that is manifest in the sun. The truth that is there, that Purusha who is seated in the sun is here called Satya. Not the Satya of Vedanta, which is Sachidananda Swarupa. Hiranmayena Patrena Satyasya Apihitam Mukham. By a golden lid, the face of Satya, the face of truth, or the door of truth is covered. Tat Tvam, Tvam Tat. Thou, the prayer is to Ishvara, O Lord. Tat Apavranu, you remove that. Tattvam Pushan. Pushan is what? The same sun is called Pushan. Poshana Pushan. He who nourishes everything. A Pushan. Tvam Tat Apavranu, you remove that covering. Why? Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye. Because I am Satya Dharma. Because I have worshipped Satya my whole life through rites and meditation. Therefore, the characteristics of something of what I meditated must have come upon me. So, therefore, I am Satya Dharma. My dharma, my nature has become that of something of the truthful nature. Something of the nature of the truth has come upon me. Therefore, I have got something of those qualities. Therefore, I am deserved, it is my right. You cannot deprive me of my right. That is why this word Satya Dharmaya is an assertion of his right, because he has worshipped the deity all his life. So that now the final moments have come. You have to reveal the right path to me. So that sense is coming here. So Satya Dharmaya, whose dharma is Satya, Mahyam, mine. To me, who am of the nature of Satya, Drishtaye. Please reveal that. For the realization of me, who is Satya Dharma, please show that. Please remove that covering and show me the path to that Hiranyagarbha. Reveal the path to Hiranyagarbha. Pushan Tvam Tat Abhagrunu. You remove that covering. Satya Dharmaya Mahyam. who am of the nature of Satya, to me who am of the nature of Satya, for my realization, Drishtaye, all are Chadurthi. Sampradane Chadurthi, it is called. That fourth case is used for the sake of. So, in this sense, the fourth case endings are done. So, the last half of this verse, Satya Dharmaya Drishtaye, both are Chadurthi Vibhakti, fourth case endings. For the sake of me, who is Satya Dharma, for my realization, that sense is coming. Now, we will read the commentary on it. Manusha Daiva Vitta Sadhyam Phalam Shastra Lakshanam Prakriti Layantam. Now, it has been described Manusha Daiva Vitta Sadhyam, that which is attainable through Manusha Vitta, through human wealth and divine wealth. What is human wealth? Human wealth is, for instance, Sharira Padavam. There is given in the Tika, it is given. There is ability of the body and mind. All these are human wealth. Sharira Padavam Gobhu Hiranyadi Sadhana Sampattischa Manusham Vittam. Go, you have got lot of cattle. Bhu, you have got lands. And you have got Gobhu Hiranyadi. You have got gold, etc. All these are means for performing good actions, for performing sacrifices. So, because through this Manusha Deva Vitta Sadhyam Phalam. And Deva Vitta is what? Devadatma Bhava. Deva Vittam is the upasana you have performed. You have performed spiritual meditations on the deity. That is your Deva Vittam, is your divine wealth. Human wealth is these things. Divine wealth is the meditations you have performed. And through this, what have you got? You have got its phalam, which is described in the Shastras. And ending with what? Ending with Prakriti Laya. Ending with that is the ultimate which is told here. Asambhuti Upasana, the meditation on the Prakriti. Etavato samsara gatihi. All this comes under samsara gatihi. Because even Prakriti Laya, you attain higher powers, but still you may come back. After perhaps this kalpa is over, the next kalpa you may come back. So there is no guarantee. That is why Atmajnana is the ultimate. But this is also a very high state. A very, very high state. So, etavati samsara gati, the highest gati, the highest position or the highest loka you can attain in samsara has been thus described. Adha param. Higher than this is what? That is being told. Purvoktam atma eva abhut vijanataha idi sarvatma bhavaha eva. Atma, what is that? Higher than that is what is told. Atma eva abhut vijanataha. Yastu sarvani bhutani. Yasmin sarvani bhutani atma eva abhut vijanataha. In whom has arisen the realization that the Atman has become everything. That is, there is nothing apart from the Atman. Where is Shoga and Moha for him? This is higher than that. The point made here is that this is higher than that Prakriti Laya, Samsara Gati. So, iti Sarvatma Bhavaha eva. This Sarvatma Bhava is the highest. Higher than the Prakriti Laya or whatever states are described in the Shastras. Becoming the Atman, essence of all. Eva Sarveshana Sannyasa Jnana Nishtha Palam, which is characterized by Sarva Eshana Sannyasaha, the giving up of all desires. Desire for child or wife or worlds or whatever. Sarveshana Sannyasa, and this is the Jnana Nishtha Phalam. This is the result. This is the phala of Jnana Nishtha, holding on to the knowledge of the Atman. sticking on to the whole knowledge of the Atman. Evam dvit prakaraha pravritti nivritti lakshano vedhartho atra prakashitaha. Thus, the twofold conclusions of Vedas has been revealed here. What is that? Pravritti lakshano nivritti lakshanascha. Characterized by pravritti, which is what? Both karma and upasana, and nivritti, which is giving up of all desires, identity, attaining identity, becoming identified with the souls of all, being identified with the all, giving up all desires, etc. Vedartho atra pradashitaha tatra pravritti lakshanasya vedartasya vidhi pradisheta lakshanasya krishnasya pradashane pravargyandam brahmanam upayuktam. So, there are different portions in the Vedas which highlight these two. So, both have to be understood in the proper context. That is, there is one Shatapada Brahmana, there is a text and there is a portion called Pravargya, which I have not read, but in a general sense they are telling what it contains. Pravritti lakshanasya vedhartasya vidhi pradisheda lakshanasya krishnasya pradashane. That it highlights pravritti lakshana, what is meant by the conclusion of the Vedas, the portion of the Vedas that highlights pravritti, that highlights the duties to be done by a person who has got desires in him. This is pravritti lakshanam dharma. Duties to be done by a person. Scripturally ordained duties for a person who has got desires in him. That is pravritti lakshanasya vedartasya. And how is it characterized, those instructions? What is the form of those instructions? They are vidhi pradisheta lakshana. They are characterized as, they have got injunctions and prohibitions. Do this, do that. This is there. Don't do this, do this. Don't do that, do that. This is the nature of those instructions. Pradashane pravargyandam. This is the portion. The name of that portion is pravargya. And pravargyandam brahmanam upayuktam. This highlights the duties to be done by a person who has got desires. Nivritti lakshanasya vedartasya pradashane adha urdhvam brihadaranyagam upayuktam. And to highlight the nivritti lakshana vedartha, that which is characterized by renunciation, the portion that is characterized by the giving up of desires, renunciation, this is highlighted by the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Tatra, so now, Nishedadi Smashanandam Karma. Kurvan, Jiji Vished Yo, Vidyaya Saha Apara Brahma Vishayaya. That is Nishekadi Smashanandam Karma. Nisheka is conception of a child, and Smashanandam ending with the death of a person, the rites that have to be performed when a person dies. So all the rites is described there. Nishekadi starting from conception to death. Nishegadi smashanandam karma kurvan jiji vishedyo. He who desires to live by doing all works starting from conception to death. Vidyaya saha apara brahma vishayaya. Along with meditations, along with the meditations that are told there. Apara brahma vishayaya. Apara brahma is what is called Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic person, the cosmic Purusha. Taduktam Vidyamcha, and that is explained in this portion is highlighted by the verse, by the portion of the verse Vidyamcha Avidyamcha yasta Veda Ubhayam Saha Avidyaya Mrityum Tirtva Vidyaya Amritam Ashtute. That is, Vidyam Chavidyam, he who knows both, Avidyaya Mrityum Tirtva, by karma rites he overcomes death, and attains immortality through Vidya. Idi tatra kena margena amrutatvam ashnute ityuchyade. Now is told the context of this verse comes. How does he attain that immortality? That was told there. Avidyaya mrityum tirtva vidyaya amritam ashnute. How it is attained? So it was told. The marga, the path was told. Now, how he attains that is being told. Tad yat tat satyam asau sa adityo. Tad yat, that which I was talking about, tat satyam, that is the truth. Tat satyam asau sa adityo. He is present in the sun. Adityo ya esha edasmin mandale purushaha. He who is present in the edasmin mandale purusho. Ya esha purusho edasmin mandale aditya mandale. That purusha who is there in the solar orb, in the Aditya Mandala. Yashchayam Dakshine Akshan Purushaha. The same person is present in the right eye. I see that the convergence of the divine with the human. The convergence of the divine with the human. Of the Adhyatma with the Adhideva. Edad Ubhayam Satyam. Both these truths. What both these truths? The truth that is present in the right eye is the same as the truth that is present in the solar orb. Both these truths. He has understood. He has understood the secret of both the Adhyatma, of the Adhyatma aspect of this individual, the secret of this individual as well as the secret of the cosmic. Edad Ubhayam Satya Brahma Upasinaha. He is worshipped both these. He has meditated on both, on the unity of the Adhyatma with the Adhidaiva. Edad Ubhayam Satya Brahma Upasino Yadhokta Karma Kritcha. And was performed at the same time. The rites has been ordained by the scriptures. Yaha so antakale prapte. He, when the last moments have approached, the last moments of his life have approached, Satyatmanam Atmana Prapti Dvaram Yachate. Satyatmanam, the true nature, that Atmana Prapti Dvaram, the means to the attainment of Satyatma, which is the Hiranyagarbha, the cosmic Purusha, the Hiranyagarbha Purusha. How to attain that Hiranyagarbha, who is Satya? How to attain him? Satyatmanam Atmana Prapti Dvaram Yachate. He begs, he prays for, through this mantra, Hiranmayena Patrena. Hiranmayam iva Hiranmayam Jyotirmayam ityedat. It is dazzling. Hiranmayam iva. It is as if covered with gold, but it is not golden. Only the glitter is there. We have that glitter has to go to realize the true nature of things. Hiranmayam iva Hiranmayam Jyotirmayam ityedat. That is that which is resplendent, shining. Tena patrena eva apithana bhutena. Through that patra which is which has covered, it has hidden something. Tena patrena apithana bhutena, which is of the form of a lid, which has covered something. Satyasya eva aditya mandalastasya brahmano. What is Satyasya eva? Aditya Mandalastasya Brahmano. What is that Satya? Satya is being described. Satyasya. What is that? Aditya Mandalastasya Brahmano. the Brahman that is present in the Aditya Mandala, in the solar regions. Abhihitam, achadidam mukham dwaram, his face has been covered. Tattvam he Pushan apavrunu, he Pushan, O thou nourisher. Pushan is Poshanat Pushan, he who nourishes. The sun nourishes everything. He Pushan, Tattvam apavrunu, apasareya, remove that covering. Satya dharmaya tava, satyasya upasanat, satyam dharmo yasya mama soham satya dharma. Satyasya upasanat, I have worshipped that Hiranyagarbha Purusha my whole life. Satyam dharmo yasya, because of that Satya Dharma has become a part of me. That's the characteristics of that Hiranyamaya Purusha, is a little bit of that has come upon me. He's confidently saying that. Satyam dharmo yasya mama soham satya dharma. I am that satya dharma because I perform upasana of that Satya Hiranyagarbha Purusha, who is Satya my whole life. So I am Satya Dharma. Satya Dharma tasmai mahyam adhava yadhabodasya dharmasya anushthatre. I have performed that upasana as is ordained by the scriptures, as has been instructed by my guru, by my teacher. Therefore, that is the meaning. Because I have performed exactly as the teacher has told me all these days. Therefore, you reveal that path to me. Yadha bodhasya dharmasya anushthatre. Again, it is chaturthi. Anushthatra, it becomes chaturthi, anushtatri. Anushthatre. Drishtaye. Tava satyatmanaha upalabdhe. In order to have the realization of you who are that, who is of the nature of that truth. So, this is the 15th verse. Next is again the continuation of the prayer. Pushan Ekarshe. It is all Visheshanas. The speciality of this is all are Visheshanas of that Supreme Divine Person who is seated in the sun, the solar orb. So, that is why it is called Uttarayana Marga. Uttarayana is called the path of the sun. So, that person, his last moments have come, he is ready to depart. And it is his prayer that is being revealed. Pushan, Ekarshe, Yama, Surya, Prajapatya. 5 adjectives are there of the Supreme Person. Pushan, Ekarshe. The Pushan is he who nourishes everything. Ekarshe is the lonely traveler. Ekam Rishati Gacchati. Iti Ekarshe. Rishati Gacchati. Ekaha Chaso. Eka eva Rishati Gacchati. Iti Ekarshiti. He who travels alone is called Ekarshe. The Surya, the sun, travels alone. He is a lonely traveler, he has got no companion. So Ekarshe, Yama, the controller who is supremely controlled, who has control of everything. Surya has got a very, a meaning is given here, etymological meaning is given here, which means, Surya means he who, the acquirer of everything, the receiver of everything is called Surya. Why? Svikaroti iti Surya. That is the root sense. The acquirer, he receives everything. What he receives? He receives all rasas. He is the supporter of all pranas, all the life forms in this universe. He is the supporter. And he is also the receiver, the source of all lights, all rashmis, all rays. He is the receiver of all rays. All emanate from him. Another way of telling, he is the acquirer, the receiver of all rays. So, this is the Yama Surya Prajapatyaha. Prajapatyaha is the Prajapati, the Pauraniya concept. He is the son of Prajapati. Yama Surya Prajapatyaha. Now the prayer comes. Vyuha Rashmi. Remove your Rashmi. You remove your glare, that Tapagam Jyotihi, that glare that is very oppressive, you remove that. Reveal your soothing face, that which doesn't hurt the eyes. Vyuha Rashmi, Samuha Tejo. Remove you remove that Tejaha, that dazzling, oppressive heat, that is hot glaze of yours. Samuha tejo yatte rupam kalyanatamam tatte pashyami. Yatte kalyanatamam rupam. Yat te tava, your kalyanatamam rupam, which is supremely beneficial, that form of yours. Tatte pashyami. May I see that form of yours. Then he says, why? Yo asau purusha. That Purusha which is there in the Sola or that which is beyond, that Purusha who is yonder there beyond, who is there in the sun, who is there in this mighty universe, who is there on the other, who is there on that side of this mighty universe, on the other side of this mysterious universe. That I am. That person is seated in me. I realize that connection. That person is seated in my right eye. I know he is there within me. Yo asau purusha, so aham asmi. That person I am. That person is there in me also. So, this is the meaning. Pushan ekarshe Yama, Surya, Prajapatya, Vyuha Rashmi, remove your rays. Samuha Tejo, remove your oppressive heat. Yet, so that Yatte Tava Kalyanatamam Rupam Tatte Pashyami, I can see your form that is supremely beneficial. Yo asau purushaha, that person who is there beyond, that I am. So hamasmi. Now we will read the Bhashya. Hey Pushan, Jagadaha Poshanat Pusha Revihi. Why is he called Pushan? Jagadaha Poshanat Pusha Revihi. Because he nourishes the world. He is called Pusha. Pushan. Pushano, Pushana. So, Pusha Devihi. Tadha Eka Eva Rishati Gacchati iti Ekarshihi. Why is he called Ekarshi? Ekarshe. It is Ekarshi is the root word. He is called Ekarshe is that Sambodhana, which is called in Sanskrit Sambodhana Pradama is there. It's another form of the Pradama when you address somebody. So, that Sambodhana form is described in Ekarshe. Eka eva rishati gacchati, because he is a solitary traveler. He is called Ekarshe. O thou solitary traveler, Tadha Sarvasya Samyamanat Yamaha. He is called Yamaha, the controller. Why? Because he Sarvasya Samyamanat. He has controlled everything within him, or it can be that He controls everything in this universe. It was told he controls all the pranas, he controls all the rasas, he holds within himself. So all the sense, because of that, he is called Sarvasya Samyamanat Yamaha. Hey Yama. This is also Sambodhana Pradama. Hey Yama. Tada. Now the next is Surya is the meaning of the word, etymology of the word Surya. Or we can say what is the spiritual meaning of the word Surya. Tada Reshminam Prananam Rasanam cha Swikaranat Suryaha. He is Surya because he receives Swikaranat Surya. He is called Surya why? Because he receives, he acquires all things. What has he acquired? Rashminam, all rays are end up in him. He is the source of all lights, all kinds of illuminations that exist in this world. Nothing can exceed the sun. So, Rashminam Prananam, all life forms. He holds all life, upholds. He withholds all, sustains all life forms. Prananam Rasanam cha, all rasas, all liquids. He holds all liquids within him. Rasanam cha Swikaranat Suryaha. Therefore, he is called Suryaha. Hey Surya. So, Hey Pushan, Hey Ekarshe, Hey Yama, Hey Surya, Prajapatir Abatyam Prajapatyaha. Hey O son of Prajapati. Vyuha, Dvigamaya Rishmin, Swan. You remove your rays. Samuha Eki Kudu, Upasamhara. You withdraw. You collect and withdraw. What? Upaste tejaha. You are dazzled. And what is the tejaha? Tapakam jyotihi. That light of yours, that oppressive dazzle of yours, that dazzle of yours which is oppressive, which gives heat, that which is that which makes us not, that which Thakur says, Sri Ramakrishna says, that creation, people want, God, everybody is satisfied with the creation, nobody wants God, the reality behind the creation, because everybody is satisfied with the creation, with the seduction of creation, everybody is satisfied. So that has to be removed. So the prayer is, O Lord, Shri Krishna says in the Gita, Daivi Hiesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya. Why? Gunamayi Maya cannot be crossed over. What is Gunamayi Maya? The Maya that is composed of the three gunas. If you are your mind is occupied with that, you are trapped in samsara. You cannot cross over it. Mama Maya, my Maya, you will be trapped in my Maya. You cannot cross over it. Then how to cross over it? Mameva ye prabhadyate. He who takes refuge in me. Maya etam tarantite. They cross over this Maya. So you have to pray to God to remove his veil. He is the controller of that veil that has covered us. So, through his infinite grace, let him remove that veil. Then it is not dependent at all on human effort. Human effort is required, but above and beyond that, the Lord's grace is also required. Vigamaya Rishmin Swan Samuha Eki Kudu Upasamhara Te tejaha tapakam jyotihi yatte tava rupam kalyanatamam atyanta shopanam tatte tava atmanaha prasadat pashyami. Yatte rupam. Te means yours, of yours, tava. It is Chaturthi. Again, it is the fourth case. Now, of yours, it may be sixth case. Yatte tava rupam, your form, which is kalyana tamam. Tamam is a degree, the ultimate is shown, ultimate degree is shown, which is of utmost auspiciousness. There is nothing more auspicious. So tama is used. Tara, if it is used, it means the other are there. It is degrees are there. Kalyana Taraha means it can be compared with something else. But when you use Kalyana Tamam, then it is the of utmost auspiciousness. There is nothing more auspicious. This sense comes. Yatte Tava Rupam Kalyana Tamam. And again, Atyanta Shobhanam, which is supremely beneficial. Tatte Tava Atmanaha Prasadat Pashyami. Through your grace, may I see that supremely auspicious form of yours. Kincha aham natu tvam dhrityavatyaje. I am not saying this like a beggar. That is, the whole right is there. With full confidence I am asking. You have to reveal yourself to me. Thakur says in one place, God is like our, in one place he says, the context is, some Sikh devotees came to him and they told that God is merciful. Then Thakur says he gives another picture, another side he gives. Why should not? He is our own father and mother. So we can impose our demand on him. You have to show yourself to me. We have to demand it. That kind of a confidence is there. A confidence should be there when we approach God, when we call on God, when we worship God. Thakur is telling. That sense is here also. In this passage it is coming. He says that a child, when he goes on crying to his mother, forcing, mother, you have to give me some money, I have to buy this thing. Then mother, after, okay, she tosses that coin to him, okay, you go and buy. So like that God has to listen to my prayer. This kind of a perseverance, this kind of a, what is called a determination is there. Natu tvam dhrityavatyache. Yo asau aditya mandalisto vyahrityavayavaha purushaha. Yo asau aditya mandalisto, who is in the aditya mandala, who is in the solar orb, vyahrityavayavaha, who has got, whose avayava, whose parts are the vyahritis. Vyahrityavayavaha is a technical portion which is, it is told that the Supreme Person in the Brihadaranyaka itself is told that Bhu iti here it is told Tasya Bhuhu iti Shiraha Bhuvaha iti Vayuhu Suvaha iti Pratishta. His head is, the head of the cosmic person is Bhu. These are Vyakriti. Vyakriti means utterances. This is the literal meaning. So Vyakriti is the Bhu Shabda. When Brahma created the worlds, he uttered the word Bhu, and this Bhumi was created. When he uttered Bhuva, the heavens were the middle portion was created. The middle portions between the heaven and earth was created. And when he said Suva, the heavens were created. So these are called Vyakriti. So these Vyakritis are considered the parts of the cosmic person. So Bhu is the head, Bhuva is the middle portion, and Suva is the feet of the Supreme Lord, heavens. So that is what is meant here. Yatte tava rupam tava kincha ham natutam nityosa aditya mandalastha vyahrityavayavaha purushaha. The Purusha who is called Vyakritayaha as his limbs or avayavas. Now the word Purusha is explained. Purusha. What is Purusha? Vyahrityavayavaha Purushaha. Purushakaratvat. Because in the scriptures also he is described as having the form of a Purusha. That is the same, what is understood here, that the individual and the cosmic is built on the same plan. The individual is of the form of Purusha, so the cosmic also is of the form of the Purusha. Purushakaratvat. Purnam va anena prana buddhyatmana jagat samastamiti Purushaha. Because Purnam va anena jagat samastam. Because the whole world is filled by him. In the form of what? Prana and buddhi. Because he fills the world. How does he fill the world? In the form of prana, in the form of the prana shakti, of the form of vital force, in the form of life force, and in the form of buddhi, aham bodha. He fills the whole world. We told that the individual and the cosmic, the subtle body, the three aspects of the subtle body are prana, pranamayaha, then manomiyaha and vijnanamayaha. So out of these, the first and the two are told here. Prana buddhyatmana samastam jagat purnam. He fills the whole world in the form of pranas, and in the form of life forces, and in the form of buddhi, the intellect, or the aham bodha. Therefore, he is called Purusha. And therefore, another Purishayana, because he fills the city, this human body, which is comparable to a city. It is there in the Kathopanishad that the whole human body is compared to a city. Puram ekadashadvaram ajasya avakrachedasaha. Ekadashadvara, this body which has got 11. This is a city with 11 gates. Ajasya, the avakrachedasaha. Ajasya, the unborn person, or the avakrachedasaha, whose awareness is not deformed, whose awareness is fully formed. He is seated in this 11-gated city. It is told here. So, Puri Shayana, because he resides in this city, the city of this body, he is called Purusha. So, three meanings are there. Purushakaratvat Purushaha Purnam va anena prana buddhyatmana jagat samastamiti Purushaha Purishayanat va Purushaha. That Purushaha, yo asau Purushaha, so aham asmi bhavami. He is there in me. That same person who is there is also there in me. In this body-mind complex, he is there. He is the reality of me also. So, this is the meaning. The 16th verse is over. Now, the 17th verse. This is also a continuation of that prayer. Vayuranilam amritam adhaitam bhasmantam shariram Om krato smara kritadam smara krato smara kritadam smara Vayuhu anilam amritam Vayuranilam amritam adhaitam bhasmantam shariram. Adha Vayuhu. Adha means now. Adha idam Vayuhu. Adha Vayuhu. Now, Adha taken to in the sense of Adhuna. Now, Vayuhu. Vayuhu means the vital force in this body. anilam amritam prapyet. May it, that we have to prapyatam. That is the sense given, that we have to add that verb. This vayu, this vital force that is conditioned by this physical body that is going to die, let it attain unity with what? With the Amritam Anilam, with the immortal Vayu. That is what? The Vayu in this body is going to attain identity with the cosmic Vayu, which is immortal, which is the Vayu of everybody, which is the life force of everybody, which is the life force sustaining all life forces. So, Vayu, and may the Vayu that is trapped in this body become unified with the cosmic immortal Vayu. This is the meaning. Vayur anilam amritam atha prapyatam. That may it attain, that verb we have to supply. It is not there, we have to understand it. Idam atha idam shariram bhasmantam. And let this body, let the fire take this body. And after the fire takes it, what it becomes? It becomes ashes, a handful of ashes. Idam shariram bhasmantam. That also he is offering to that Agni only. Now here actually the prayer is to Agni. That Hiranyagarbha Purusha, previously he was worshipped in the form of the sun. Now he is being worshipped in the form of the fire. The prayer is to the fire here, not to the sun. So, Bhasmantam Shariram, this body will be burned, and that Vayu, that Anilam, Amritam Anilam is here conceived as Agni. Om Krato Smara, Krato Smara, Kritam Smara. O Krato, O you who are Sankalpatmaka Smara. O Krato, you who are of the form of volition. Krato is Kratu. That who is the supremely decisive, who takes decisions. The power of the mind, it is all because all these deities and all, they are a part of us. So, that supremely decisive, to know what is to be done, what not to be done, that power, that volition, that power of volition. Om Krato Smara. You remember all that I have done, all the good actions that I have done, all the good thoughts that I have thought from my birth. Om Krato Smara. Remember all these things. Kritam Smara. And what I have done, what I have thought, and what I have done. Krato Smara, Kritam Smara. O Krato, Om. Om is again told here. Om is the pratika of that Agni. That Agni that is worshipped here. That Amritam Anilam. Who is the Agni? That Agni who is the form of that Brahman who is there in the sun, who is also there in my mind. So, Om, that whose symbol is Om, and who is of the form of supremely volitional in nature, Om Krato Smara. You remember all that I have thought, and you remember all that I have done. Again it is repeated to show adara or respect. Now, Adha idani mama marishyato vayuhu. Mama marishyato. Adha idani, now. Adha means now. Mama marishyato. My, who is going to die? I am going to die. It is the prayer of a person who is about to die. Mama marishyato. The fruit that how a person will die if he has lived a life as is described in the Upanishad. That is being told here. Mama marishyato. Vayuhu. Pranaha adhyatma parichedam hitva. Mama vayuhu, my life force, pranaha adhyatma parichedam hitva. that which the limit who by giving up the limitations posed by this limited body mind, by giving up the limitations of this body and mind, adhyatma parichedam hitva, by giving up adhidevadatmanam, how he attains the adhidevada atma. The adhyatma means the individual, giving up the individual limitations, how he attains the divine Atman, how he attains the cosmic Purusha. Adhidevadatmanam, which is what is that Purusha? Sarvatmagam. He is the essence of all. He pervades everything. Sarvatmagam Anilam. Sarvatmagam Anilam. The Pranavayu, that is, Anila is actually Vayu. Here it means the supreme Prana. That is the Sarvatmaka Prana, the Sarva Vyapaka Pranavayu. Anilam Amritam Sutratmanam. The technical name is the thread soul, Sutratmanam, who connects all human beings. Pradipadyadam. How he attains. Pradipadyadam. This we have to supply this word, Pradipadyadam. That is Vayur Anilam Amritam Pradipadyadam. How he attains the Vayuhu, Idam Vayuhu, Adha Vayuhu, Amritam Anilam Pradipadyadam. How he attains the immortal Vayu. Pradipadyadam iti Vakyasheshaha Lingam Chaidam Jnana Karma Samskritam Utkramadu. Now that is over. Vayur Anilam Amritam. Next is Vayur Anilam Amritam Adha. This is over. Pradipadyadam. This is over. Now the next. Idam Bhasmantam Shariram. The Idam, that meaning has to be construed separately. Idam Bhasmantam Shariram. Lingam Chaidam. Jnana Karma Samskritam. Utkramatu iti drashtavyam. Lingam Chaidam. What is this? Linga Shariram. This subtle body. But is told that subtle body which was told as that Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Lingam Chaidam Jnana Karma Samskritam. That has been completely mellowed through the performance of Upasanas, Jnana and Karma rites. Jnana Karma Samskritam, which has been purified through the performance of Jnana and Karma, of Upasanas and rites, meditations and rites. Utkramadu, Lingam Chaidam Utkramadu iti. And let the Linga Sharira, subtle body, rise through that path that is revealed by this prayer. Iti drashtavyam marga yajana samarthya. This has to be understood because all this is a part of the marga yajana. Hiranmayena Tatvam Pushanapa Brunu Vayuranilam. All this is Marga Yajana. Show me your form. The moment the form that is shown, I will merge in that form and I will go away through that path. Marga Yajana Samarthyat. Adha idam shariram lingam chaidam utkramadu. Adha idam. So that also is a part of the previous thing only. Bhasmantam Shariram is separate. Lingam, Adha Idam. Idam is the Linga Shariram Utkramadu. May it rise through this Lingam, this subtle body which has been purified by rites and upasanas. Let it rise through the path that is revealed by you. Then next is Adha idam shariram agnav hutam bhasmantam bhuyat. Adha idam shariram. So idam is the two idam. The first idam can be one idam is this body, the linga sharira, this my subtle body. It will rise through the marga, through that path that is revealed to you, through nature that is revealed to you. I will attain identity with it. And this body of mine, this will be offered to the Agni and become ashes. Adha idam shariram agnav hutam. being offered in the fire, bhasmantam bhuyat, will be reduced to bhasma, ashes. Om iti. Now Om is described. Yathopasanam Om pratigatmagatvat. Because Om is a pratika. Om is symbolic of what? Satyatmagam agnyakhyam brahma bhedena uchyate. Of the Satya, pratigatmagatvat. It is the pratika of the Satyatmagam, of the Satya in the form of Agni, Agnyakhyam, called Agni, of the Satya who is the truth that is placed, situated in the solar regions, in the Aditya Mandala, who is also called Agni in this verse, Agnyakhyam, and who is actually Brahman. Brahman is appearing as that. Brahma abhetena uchyate. That Brahma is being identified with this Agni, who is the Purusha, who is situated in the solar orb, and he is being called Agni. And the prayer is to him. Om. So Om is the name of that Agni Brahman who is situated in the solar orb. Om He Kratho Brahma Abhetena Agnyakhyam Brahma Abhetena Uchyate. He Kratho Sankalpatmaga Smara. He Kratho Sankalpatmaga, who is of the form of volition. Because he is situated in me, my all volitions actually, he is the controller. So we have to. So what we called as that dualism is being that division is slowly vanishing now. That my mind and the cosmic mind. So the prayer is to that cosmic mind. You are He Kratho Sankalpatmaga, who is of the form of volition. Smara, remember what? Yen mama smartavyam. What is worth remembering in me? What is that? Tasya kaloyam pratyuvasthito. So that time has come for you to remember to remember what all I have done, what all good things I have done. Pratyuvasthitaha ataha smara. Krato smara kritam smara idi punarvajanam adarartham. O Krato, O you, thou supreme cosmic mind or cosmic person who is volitional in nature, remember all that I have taught and all that I have done. Remember again, remember this and show yourself to me. And so it is told punarvajanam. Again it is told that earnestness is being expressed. That repetition of Krato smara, Kritam smara shows earnestness. Now one more verse is remaining. That will be taken in the next class, which will be the last class. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanavastu.